We all know to avoid people who are coughing and sneezing, but there's also a worry about so-called silent spreaders, people who are showing no signs of coronavirus at all, but can still pass on the virus. Les Trent spoke with Dr. Oz about that and a lot more.
Silent spreaders appear to be a much more common phenomenon than we initially appreciated. There's a lot of people who are pre-symptomatic. In other words, they're going to get sick in 2 or 3 days, but apparently you can spread the virus even before you have the actual symptoms. And there's some people who just never knew they were sick. So not everyone has a big problem. That's good in a way because most of us, thankfully, will get through this without an issue. But it's bad because you won't know for sure, which is why it's up, I think, to a lot of people who are at risk, the older folks with chronic conditions, to self-isolate. They need to be hyper-vigilant because someone who loves you dearly may not realize they could infect you.
I also asked Dr. Oz about a raging debate. Should you take ibuprofen, the common pain reliever found in Motrin and Advil, if you're fighting coronavirus? It started after the French health minister said ibuprofen can make symptoms worse.
Here's the concept, the theory. These anti-inflammatory drugs in that family of ibuprofen seem to block one of the pathways by which the lung protects itself. And so it makes it easier for the virus to invade in our lung tissue. And that will be a problem. Now, we don't know if that's true. I've called a lot of experts because I'm curious about it as well. But for now, I think the smart thing to do is to use acetaminophen, in other words, Tylenol family of drugs to bring your fever down, and use that as your primary gauge. Don't use the ibuprofen family, the Motrin family for now.
There are growing fears that the heroes on the front lines, America's healthcare workers, are running low on face masks and other PPEs, personal protective equipment. Just how big of a risk is a face mask shortage for medical professionals? Vice President Pence is calling on construction companies to donate masks to hospitals and also not to order any more so that manufacturers can concentrate on medical personnel.
We need a lot more masks than we ever thought we'd ever be able to consume in a year, and we need to get them from anyone who can share them with us. Yes, construction sites is a possibility, but frankly, when I see people walking around the streets with a N95 mask that's protective against coronavirus, it's bothersome to me, because I know that mask might protect you a little bit, but it will protect the nurse or doctor who's putting their life on the line a lot.